It was a bright morning when Baby Bunny woke up, full of excitement for the day ahead. Today was special because he and his friends, Cavi the squirrel, Tano the turtle, and Hera the rabbit, had planned an outdoor playdate. The plan was to meet at the big meadow near the forest, where they could spend the day playing games, chasing butterflies, and running through the tall, green grass. Baby Bunny hopped out of bed and quickly ate his breakfast, eager to get ready for the big day. He packed his favorite ball, a colorful kite, and a basket of snacks his mom had made for him and his friends. As he looked out the window, though, his heart sank a little. Dark clouds had begun to gather in the sky, and the bright sunshine had disappeared behind them. Baby Bunny muttered to himself, I hope it doesn't rain. But despite the gathering clouds, Baby Bunny remained hopeful. He couldn't imagine anything ruining their fun-filled day in the meadow. With his bag packed and his excitement still intact, Baby Bunny headed out the door to meet his friends. As Baby Bunny made his way through the forest toward the meadow, the first drops of rain began to fall. At first, it was just a light drizzle, but soon the sky opened up, and rain poured down, soaking the trees and turning the ground muddy. By the time Baby Bunny reached the meadow, the rain was falling heavily, and his friends were already there, huddled under a tree for shelter. Kavi's usually fluffy tail was drooping and wet. Tano had pulled his head into his shell to avoid the raindrops, and Hera was trying her best to stay dry under a large leaf. Looks like we won't be able to play outside today, Kavi said with a sigh, shaking the rain off his fur. Baby Bunny felt a wave of disappointment wash over him. They had all been looking forward to this day for so long, and now the rain had ruined their plans. The meadow was quickly turning into a soggy, muddy mess, and the idea of running around in it no longer seemed appealing. We can't fly kites in the rain, Hera added with a frown. And the grass is too wet to play ball. Tano peeked out of his shell. Maybe we should just go home, he said softly. There's nothing fun to do when it's raining. Baby Bunny looked around at his friends, all of them looking sad and defeated. His own disappointment weighed heavily on him, but he didn't want to give up just yet. There had to be something they could do to turn the day around. No way, Baby Bunny suddenly exclaimed, his ears perking up. We can't let a little rain ruin our day. Let's go back to my house. We'll figure out something fun to do indoors. His friends looked at him skeptically. But what can we do indoors? Cavi asked. We were so excited to play outside. I don't know yet, Baby Bunny admitted, but we'll think of something. Come on, let's go to my place and stay dry while we figure it out. With no other options in sight, Baby Bunny's friends agreed, and the group made their way through the rain to Baby Bunny's cozy burrow. Once they arrived at Baby Bunny's house, his mom welcomed them inside with a warm smile and some hot carrot soup to help them warm up. As they sipped their soup, the friends sat in a circle, still feeling a little disappointed about their ruined playdate. The rain continued to fall heavily outside, pounding against the windows. What are we going to do? Hera asked, glancing out at the stormy sky. I don't want to just sit around all day. Baby Bunny thought for a moment, then had an idea. I know. Let's go up to the attic and see if we can find something fun to do up there. My family stores all kinds of old things up there. Maybe we'll find something interesting. Curious and with nothing else to do, the group followed Baby Bunny up the stairs to the attic. The attic was filled with boxes, old toys, and memories of the past. Dusty shelves lined the walls, and the scent of old wood filled the air. As the friends began to explore, Kavi found an old wooden chest tucked away in the corner. "What's in here?" Kavi asked, brushing away the dust. He opened the chest, and inside, they found a collection of old toys and games that Baby Bunny's parents had played with when they were young. Among the treasures was an old board game that Baby Bunny had never seen before. The game had a colorful board with winding paths, dice, and tiny wooden animal figures. "This looks interesting," Baby Bunny said, picking up the board game. "I've never played this before." Hera examined the board and smiled. "It looks like fun, but it's so old. Do you think we can figure out the rules?" Baby Bunny grinned. "Who says we have to follow the old rules? Let's make our own new rules and turn it into a game that's even more fun." His friends' eyes lit up at the idea, and soon they were all gathered around, brainstorming ways to create new and exciting rules for the game. The group worked together, adding twists and challenges to the game to make it more fun. Kavi suggested that instead of just rolling the dice to move forward, they should have to answer riddles or perform silly tasks to earn extra moves. Hera thought it would be fun to add mystery spaces on the board where players had to draw cards that would either help or hinder their progress. Tano, being the thoughtful one, came up with the idea of adding a friendship token. Every time someone helped another player or cheered them on, they earned a friendship token. Whoever collected the most tokens by the end of the game would get a special prize. Baby Bunny loved the new ideas and added his own twist. "How about we also include challenges that have to do with the rain? Like, if you land on a certain space, you have to come up with a funny dance that you would do in the rain." The friends giggled at the thought of doing silly rain dances in the middle of the game. And soon they were all eager to play their newly invented version of the board game. With the new rules in place, the friends set up the board and began to play. At first, they were a little cautious, but as the game progressed, they found themselves laughing and cheering each other on. Kavi was the first to land on a riddle space, and Baby Bunny challenged him with a tricky question. "What has keys but can't open a door?" Baby Bunny asked. Kavi scratched his head and thought hard. After a moment, his eyes lit up. "Our piano," he shouted, and everyone clapped and cheered as Kavi moved forward on the board. Next, it was Hera's turn, and she landed on a mystery space. She drew a card and read it out loud. "Sing a song about rain." Hera blushed at first, but her friends encouraged her, and soon she was singing a silly song about rain falling on bunnies and turtles, making everyone giggle. Tano, being the shy one, hesitated when he landed on a rain dance space. But with a little encouragement from his friends, he stood up and performed the funniest, most awkward rain dance they had ever seen. The group burst into laughter, and even Tano couldn't help but laugh at himself. As the game continued, the friends earned friendship tokens for helping each other and cheering each other on. Every time someone felt stuck or wasn't sure what to do, the others offered support and encouragement. What had started as a rainy, disappointing day had turned into a fun-filled adventure indoors. The friends were so absorbed in their game that they completely forgot about the rain outside. They laughed, played, and enjoyed each other's company, creating new memories and bonding over their shared experience. By the time the game ended, everyone had earned plenty of friendship tokens, but they decided that the true prize was the fun they had together. Baby Bunny smiled as he looked around at his friends, feeling grateful that they had made the best of the situation. "We may not have been able to play outside," Baby Bunny said, "but today turned out to be just as fun, if not more. Who would have thought an old game in the attic could lead to such an adventure? His friends nodded in agreement. Sometimes the best adventures happen when you least expect them, Hera added with a grin. Kavi laughed. And when you make up your own rules. As the rain finally began to lighten outside, the friends realized that their day had been filled with laughter, creativity, and new experiences, even though it hadn't gone as planned. They had learned that sometimes, when things don't go the way you expect, you can still make the best of any situation, if you stay positive and adapt. Mrs. Bunny called them downstairs for a special treat, warm cookies and milk. As they gathered around the table, Baby Bunny and his friends felt a sense of accomplishment. The rain might have changed their original plans, but it had led them to something even better, an unexpected day of indoor fun and friendship.